What's happening, guys? Your favourite Northern Monkey Jimmy Clowns is here with his reaction video to the Exodus movie that we saw earlier today. Has some real eye-opening moments in there, so I'm coming to you now fresh from my weekly rustling of Twitter to give you my reaction and thoughts. Now, first and foremost, I'd like to say huge GGs to everyone at DICE, at EA, and everyone responsible for the production of this video. It has ticked all my boxes, and first of all, it looks stunning. I was sat watching it with my my lad, and I said to him, I reminded him of something I said several years ago, that by the time he gets old enough to be able to play on some of these games, their video games are going to look just like movies, and everything we've seen so far and the game engine footage, I wasn't far wrong. So now, first of all, we see wonderful little infiltration shot. There's the first little Easter egg that we're going to spot there today. There's Mr. Chompy, I believe it's called. It's a little T-Rex, little nod to the dinosaur Easter eggs that we all hope we're going to get. I believe you get that free as one of the pre-orders, so I'll quite happily be rocking Mr. Chompy. Another quick little spot I saw there on the second watch through, that looks like a recon drone. I'm sure one of the specialists that we get. You can use a recon drone in the game, so that's the first of many little snippets that I saw in this on the second or third watch through, which I think tips the cap some gameplay mechanics that we're going to see. I've been looking at this map, and I can't 100% fathom out which map it is, but I'm certain I saw a tuk-tuk fly by there, so maybe this is part of the Doha map or something. I'm kind of lost on this one as to whereabouts this is. Possibly Seoul, like I say, not 100%, but I don't recall seeing a map at night, so maybe this is, as I said, a little nod that we might be getting some kind of night maps, but who can tell. A nice little Assassin's Creed moment there with the hood. I do like that hood, and right now we're going to get our first big reveal of this movie. There's old Pack there, and there's my boy Irish. You know, it took me like 10 seconds or so for that to register before I started hitting up the WhatsApp groups and we're all losing our shit. Very excited to see Irish back, one of my favourite characters from Battlefield 4. Now there we saw London as well. Now London is something that we have not yet seen covered at all in any of the build-up or the hype. So is that just a random thing they've dropped in, or are we going to get to play on the streets of London? Now I really hope we're going to get to play on the streets of London. But again, that's it. Maybe a little nod to something else that we haven't seen yet. Let's carry on watching. Now, looking at the game engine footage here, the first real nod to what we can expect from AAA title shooters on the next generation consoles. The rendering, the acting, the motion capture, everything here looks so sharp. And if this is where we're headed with the new next gen consoles, I think we're in for a real treat. Lovely little family moment there. Pack looking a wee bit like a slightly miffed Eminem. Now this is the next part that piqued my interest. There is, remember that game mode that we have yet to see, Hazard Zone. Now maybe this is a touch towards what that is. Oh yeah, we see the Americans have got some kind of weapon that they're about to lose, crashing in what looks like a large map area, and Irish discussing what would happen if certain parties were to get there first and secure that intel. So maybe this is a nod to the Hazard Zone game mode. Maybe satellite crashes somewhere, and we get various groups or teams or squads who have to fight their way there and capture that intel. Never can tell, obviously, with these things, but that's just something that crossed my mind when I was watching this back. Now coming up here as we see them enter the storm, Category 5 storm there, so another some of the weather effects that we can expect to be seeing in the game. The gunfight that we're about to see, this is where I began to pick up on a few things that I missed on the first viewing, that could give us a wee nod to some of the actual gameplay mechanics that we're likely to see. So I'll call them out as and when I notice them. First of all though, what an action sequence this is, absolutely stunning. So that there we see the third party takedown that we saw in some of the previous videos, and the Battlefield portal. There we see a slide, a definite slide. So I think that shows us that the combat slide is in the game. Here we see the classic Battlefield 4 counter knife, so I'm feeling the counter knife is also going to be in there. And that's good news for me because I've only ever achieved one actual counter knife in Battlefield 4. So I'll give me some more time to practice and try and get those wonderful moments into the game. Now that's coming up now for me is the most cinematic standoff moment of the game. We see there the vertical takeoff landing chopper that I think we've seen in some of the gameplay reveal footage. You can fit up to, I think it's to 6 people in one of those, so use them to go travelling around the map. Anyone's ever seen me flying any sort of helicopters or planes, you know probably full well you don't want to be in one of those when I'm flying them. Not if you value your health anyway. This right here, this had me on the edge of my seat. Now, personally, I honestly didn't believe that DICE would do the dirty on the boy, but you never can tell. R.I.P. Mr. Chompy. And I do now here as well, with the reveal of Pack, saving our Irish for one final time before going down. Platoon style, there he is, like Elias, but here another one, look, a little nod, a combat roll, I believe. So now we may have seen all 3 of those mechanics. I've seen them a few times, especially in the Portal trailer we saw the roll. So I think that we are going to get some form of combat roll in the game. Which, as I've stated on many an occasion, I'm okay with these sort of things as long as there's sufficient cooldown on them. We don't want to be running around like Olympic gymnasts. I want to try and keep it as close to boots on the ground as possible. Right there we see the message sent. Now that message sent to who though, that's the question.
Only one way to stop this war. That's to get in the middle of it. Put a call out to any
Gotta love those notepads.
36 hours to Doha. Get ready to fight.
See now that also piqued my interest, the whole 36 hours get ready to fight. Now part of me is thinking, could that be some announcement for the beta? I'm not suggesting that that's 36 hours till the beta drops, but I think that's maybe possibly 36 hours till we hear when the beta will be dropping. A lot of people are rumoring it's going to be early September. That just stuck in the back of my head a wee bit, made my hair prickle up a bit. Maybe it's hidden in plain sight that they're going to let us know some more information within the next 2-3 days. Again, that's just my thoughts watching it back for the 2nd or 3rd time I've watched it back. But overall, I don't feel disappointed with what we've seen today. I think it looks epic. It's great to see our Irish back. Still super hyped about this game. Can't wait to get hold of it. Let me know what you think. Is there something you spotted? Is there something you think I've missed? Something that you think I'm wide of the mark on? Let me know in the comments. I'll catch you all in the next one. As usual, smash that subscribe button, that like button or dislike button, and Clown Shoes out.